Alright, so what we talking about today is how to make your beats knock harder. So how to mix your 808 so that you got more punch in your beats, because that's a big problem with a lot of producers and they don't know how to fix it. So the first thing you want to do is go to your master track and take that Fruity limiter out right here. After you do that, you want to go over to, whatever patterns you got, right? Now this is just a beat that I made like a couple hours ago, and we're gonna play it right now. Alright, so that's what I got so far. First thing, you want to go to your kick, go to a piano roll, and you want to highlight the entire pattern. Hit Control B. Alright, Control B, and then you drag them back into place. Now it's a double. So automatically you're gonna hear double of the kick that you already had right here. Alright. And I'm gonna mute all these other tracks so that you can specifically hear what I'm talking about. And let me just show y'all what the kick sounds like without it being doubled. This is the raw, just exact sound I'm using. Alright, so it's real punchy, real like high on the mids as far as a kick, and all I did was double it, and this is the difference right now. Alright, so it's real punchy, okay? You want to have it real punchy right now. Alright, another thing you could do, if you got a weak like kick, if your source is real weak, you can go back into the piano roll and put the volume knobs on the entire thing all the way up, and it'll make it even more punchy. I'm not even gonna play it because it'll be too much for mine. My source kick was already pretty good, so I'm not gonna actually play it because it's gonna just sound like real muddy, but that would just increase the volume on your kick and make it hit a little bit harder if you had like a really weak sound, sound kit or drum kit that you're working with. Alright, we're gonna move on to the 808. Alright, so with the 808, first thing we're gonna do is hit Control L so that it looks like this. Alright, and you want to drag this last note out. I don't know why, but this last note never goes all the way where it's supposed to go, but this is what you want right here with your 808. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of them, but we're not going to double it this time. What we're going to do is zoom in real tight right here. Alright, take this pencil tool and drag it so that there's a space in between every note. This space is going to give the next note time to come in and attack the exact same way the initial drop is going to attack. Go to the envelope, bring the attack all the way down, bring the hold all the way up, decay all the way down, sustain all the way down, release all the way down. Alright, make sure your knobs look just like this, make sure the envelope square looks like this, and basically what that does is as soon as this note is done, as soon as it's done right here, you're not going to hear anything. Alright, if we didn't do that envelope thing we just did, it'll be a lot of bleeding. Alright, so let's play it over. Alright, so specifically right here you heard it the most. As soon as this quick little 808 comes in and out, it goes in and out. It goes right back out. Alright, next thing we're gonna do, and this is where you're going to go to the mixer channel, right? So we got the kick knocking a little bit more. We already took out the limiter so that the entire project can knock way more. Alright, this was probably like the most important tip I showed y'all. Next we're going to go to the 808 channel and add a fast distortion. The fast distortion, the key is to get it to be almost a straight line with a little curve in it. Alright, so you want to play around with these two knobs right here. You don't gotta touch these two right here. Just play around with these two. And I usually do something like that. Alright, and you can see it's almost straight until this little part right here, because I don't want a lot of distortion. The more curved this line is, the more distortion you got. So you want to have a little curve so you can hear it, but it's not bleeding in your ear and it's not piercing. Alright. And that's a good level for me. Alright, so I'm gonna bring this kick up just a little bit. After that, just play with your levels, and we're gonna play this whole thing back and see the difference between what we had earlier and what we got now. Alright. Alright, so if you don't want any distortion on your beat, on the 808 or whatever, you could just skip this step right here, take it out, and the replacement for that would just be go to your Fruity limiter, add that right here, make sure it's on the 808 track, and just boost this gain up. Alright, the foundation of this whole tip was to make sure that limiter wasn't on the master channel, so that these two can be free and go as loud as you want them to go. But you got to make sure your levels is right so you don't hurt anybody's ears, so it doesn't sound too distorted, and so the whole project sounds right. So make sure you're watching your levels. And that's it for the tutorial, man. I appreciate everybody that watched it. You know what I mean?